Hey everybody, Brian the Wild Armenian, rat ride, carport, builder, whatever you want to call me. Just don't call me late for lunch and don't feed me either. I'm telling you, I ate a 6 inch sub, Wawa. I don't know what it is lately about Wawa, and trust me, they're not paying me to. I just like their subs and I like to get a nice coffee. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about all that. What I'm here to talk about is part two of my 62 versus 65. Should I retire? And actually, it's 66 and a half. Excuse me. That's a Wawa talking to me. But and 66 and a half for me would be not the full retirement, 72, I think it is. But that's where I can retire. And then I think it's every year 8%. And then I could work as many as hours I can. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. You know, the last video I was talking about, hey, instead of going around listening to salespeople, not knocking salespeople by all means, but go around asking people that are doing it. Oddly enough, the wife's car, and I'm working on it right there, the battery. And I went to Walmart, got a battery, 3-year warranty battery. And I was there at a checkout, and I noticed the guy was an old Kaiser like me working there. I don't mean to say that. He looked younger than me, put it that way. But anyway, I knew he was. And I asked him, I said, you know, I've got a full-time job. And I said, hey, well, if I worked here at Walmart, could I work like only 2 hours a week? You know, like, and he laughed at me, he kind of laughed. He goes, I've been trying to do that for a while. And I said, well, the reason why, if I retire before 66, I told him. And I had to talk quick because I was in line. And I said, if I have to wait, if I retire early before 66 and a half, then I can only make so much a year. And he goes, well, that's the problem I'm having, so wow. So that tells me that Walmart don't want to work with me or with us or whoever, if we got. See, I think in my mind, I could just work an hour or two not an hour or two, but 3 hours or 4 hours at Walmart. But no. They want somebody there, they want part-time, but they don't want part-timers. I guess, and I can understand that also, they won't be showing up for a couple hours and go, hey, see you later, Yeah, you made my quota. Never mind your quota. That's what my boss would tell me. Yeah, I got to work on her quarter, not my quarter, And I get it. I owned a business for years and I get that. But that's the thing though. So that's another thing consider. And I'm picking people's brains, finding out what works for me. And please try that for yourself, There's a lot of, I heard a video, it was last year, about we could take the Social Security, instead of the government taking it, we could have invested it ourselves. And over the year, and you do the math, hell, I've been a millionaire instead of letting Uncle Sam invest it for me, But I'm not on a baby step. I'm on a step 7, okay? Humbly ask him to remove my shortcomings. That's God, Jesus, God. And over the years, I've had a lot of pitfalls in my life. And let me tell you, I've been bankrupt twice. Stupid. My fault. Nobody else's. Not God's, whoever. Maybe the devil had to help me a little bit on that. But I did it, okay? Buried twice, okay? Criticize me, go ahead. Bankrupt twice, married twice, cancer, horrible colon cancer. Thank God, by the grace of God, I went through that and I'm okay today, 11 years later. And so these are the things. And that step that I was talking about, I looked at my defects, my shortcomings. And hopefully I've learned by them, and I have. Today, okay, I got a little money socked away. I got a good portfolio. I worked hard at it, and I learned from my mistakes. I'm not as a billionaire or a trillionaire, but if I retire, I'll be okay financially there. But, money goes so far. But it took what it took for me to get there. And over the years, like I said on the first video, I wanted to get into real estate. Didn't know how to do it. So what did I do? I didn't go to the guy that worked with me at my job that worked 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, and complained about the check every Friday that he got from the boss. I went to somebody that was actually flipping and selling and making money in real estate. And I asked them, how do you do it? And they showed me the way. They actually became my mentors, the husband and wife. And I learned from them. I was hard-headed, so it took me a long time. I'm just that way. But I learned. And they passed on now. God bless them. And I've had another mentor. And I asked him, how do you do this? How do you become a multi-billionaire? And he showed me ways, what he did. Unfortunately, at my time, I was a little older at the time, and my clock has run out, catch up with him, or no doubt, but that's okay. I learned things, and I kept my mind open. Like I've said, I've heard it a long time ago, my mind is like a parachute. It only works if I open it, pull that ripcord, and that's what I do nowadays. And that's that 7th step that I was just talking about. It's not the baby step. Of course, I am growing up, so maybe it is the baby step. Maybe that fella has a point there. Anyway, that's how it works. So, a guy like me has to do things. Now, maybe you're really liquid and all that, and you're, that's God bless you, good for you. And I'm, more power to you. Some of us, and I know there's a lot of people like me out there that's had pitfalls in their life, and sometimes they don't think they'll ever get out of it. Really, and it does. I mean, it's hard. When you go bankrupt and dirt poor, and you look around, and life is going pew, 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 like that in front of you, and it's like, you're out there, and you get passed up, and it's like, wow. My mom always said it's always darkest before the dawn, and, and that's true. And one thing a good friend of mine always said, sponsor of mine, he said, you know what? Gotta move mountains, but you gotta pick up a shovel. In other words, you gotta work at it. And there again, you get a little help. Help me, Lord. Help me with my defects and my shortcomings in this world. And help me to be a better man today. And, I'm going to keep plugging along on this. I'm going to keep you folks updated what's going on. And another thing, too, I hope and pray that you like this video. And if you would, I'm going to beg you for a thumbs up. Comments, good or bad, I don't care. At least if you're talking about me bad, at least you're talking about me. And that's okay, too, I guess. And please, give me a thumbs up. Begging you. See, I begged you. Oh, poor me. God bless. I'm just having fun. And I love y'all. You know what? Like they said back in the old days, that old show, keep coming back. Y'all hear it now? God bless.